Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are here playing Battle Grid. It is a roguelite auto battler alien bullet hell. So we are in a mech suit, and what we need to do is we need to kill or survive for 20 minutes trying to kill as many enemies as possible. Now there are two different types of ways to do this, and because it's an auto battler, it's very much similar to your chess, like League of Legends, TFT, or Dota's underlords. And what we do is every time we level up, we get to buy more mechs or upgrade our mechs that we currently have, as well as buy weapons. And then each weapon has synergies, as well as the units having synergies, which provide you with additional bonuses. So we'll get into all of that. The main thing we're going to be doing in the beginning is getting ourselves levels as well as interest, and then looking for these red halves, or known as halves, and they spawn a bunch of aliens, which then we need to kill, and then they drop something for us that we can then use to get even stronger. So we've got a tier 2 of this guy over here. We're just going to buy another unit over there as well, and then we're going to go. Now you don't have to buy guns for the units. They do get their own upgrades. They get like a standard pistol that they can use, which isn't too bad as well damage wise in the beginning of the game. So if you do want to save a bit of money, then you don't need to buy the weapons right away. But we're going to be looking for specific synergies. We're looking for our flak jacket weapons as well, and we're going to try and go from there. But right now, cash curators, and then we've just got this running over there just because we can. So we're going to go there. We're going to just put the weapons on because we can. But the reason we destroy the halves is because we want to get these upgrades over here. Now we've got gun range, we've got lifesteal, stun, and movement speed. We're going to grab the gun range. That's going to come in handy for the build that I have planned for us. But now what we do is we're just going to keep killing things while we move to the next half. So let's go and move there. I am going to try and do my selections quite quickly, just because otherwise it takes a long time. The video is going to last maybe like 40 to 50 minutes if I take my time and re-roll a lot. So we'll try as quickly as possible to get to where I want. Otherwise we might edit out some of the walking from half to half and things like that to make it a bit shorter. But that's something you guys can let me know down. Oh gosh, we lost a unit over there from that explosion, unfortunately. So that's what happens when you lose a unit. They explode, and we lost the synergy as well that would have come from it as well. So that's not very good. We will have to make sure that doesn't happen in the future as well. And we're going to have to put another unit in there. Unfortunately, by losing a unit, you only get to salvage. I think you salvage the weapon back, so you can pick up the weapon, and that's going to help you. But otherwise, you don't really have the luxury of getting anything back from that. So we've got the rifle over there. We can input that. We want this dude over here. They are very, very strong. And then there's nothing else really there that we are looking for. Alright, we did just get 2 of these boss upgrades, and we can do what will increase their slow. That's fine. There wasn't really anything better that I saw that was nice. And then we can grab ourselves some gun reload time reduction. Alright, so in the beginning it looks like we do level up quite a lot. Again, we can just take him. We don't have a synergy for the trapper, and he is only 1 star, so we will lose that. We can remove his gun and put that onto... These are different guns? Yes. So put his gun onto him and put that gun onto there, and that gives us a synergy for the guns as well. So fantastic. Let's keep going. The way to find the halves, the easiest or quickest method, is to follow this red veiny or red texture on the floor. By following this, it will lead you to the next halve. Unfortunately, there's no way. Maybe if in future they could make it so that the texture color changes, so that you could maybe know that you've already been that way, or maybe there could be a mini map added over here, just under here, or even on this side over here, so you could see everything. But this could be future upgrades. Again, it is only in its prologue, so it hasn't even been released yet. It's only going to be released in early access in 3 weeks' time. So you can play the prologue. It is like a demo version of the game, and that will allow you to test out some of the synergies and things like that. I do wonder if they're going to go with the same kind of format that League of Legends did, where every so many months they change out absolutely all of the units and things like that, or if they're going to stick to using the same units throughout the history of the game. But hopefully they're going to stick to using different units. It would be a lot better in terms of like freshness of the game, and it would keep you wanting to play every time, just because it's going to be exciting to be like, oh, what's there now, what can we build, what synergies are completely busted and broken, and just things like that. So by adding and removing synergies and by adding and removing different weapons, it does bring a freshness to the game, and that is what TFT does. I haven't played Dota Underlords for a very, very long time, so I'm not sure if they do the same thing as well, if it is seasonal like League of Legends one. But if it is, then great, because then they know it, because I know there is a heavy inspiration on the Dota more than the teamfight tactics, as the developers have played Dota Underlords, and that's why they got the inspiration of the auto battler from. So really, really cool to know that. And I'm also quite a big fan of the auto battlers or auto chess systems like TFT and the Dota Underlords. For me, it's TFT mostly that I play. It is a lot brighter in terms of gameplay compared to that of Dota. But anyway, nothing over here that we need. We are looking to get our interest to the maximum, which is 200 ZAR. So once we're at 200, we'll start re-rolling for more synergies. I am happy with taking the Harvest Guild as well as Synthetics. Synthetics increases our outgoing damage, and then the Harvest Guild gives us more ZAR every round, so it increases the additional ZAR we earn. So the payment will go up, and then interest goes up depending on how much ZAR you have. Now, I do know that, I don't know what Dota's interest is, but League of Legends stopped at 50, where you only get a +5 interest as a total. But as you can see, while we're walking around everywhere, there isn't really much happening, unfortunately. For some reason, I don't know what's up with the spawns in the game, but unless you are standing still, the enemies don't necessarily spawn a lot, and it just feels empty. So it would be really nice to see increased spawn rates. But again, it's in the prologue, so that will be changed, hopefully, over time and before the early access launch. At least that's what I am hoping. Right, so let's see what else we've got going on for us over here. We've got a level up happening. Gives us some team buffs. We don't need synthetics or anything like that. I'm not really happy with any of those either, so we're just going to buy the upgrade over there and keep moving. Again, we'll do the re-rolling once we get to the 200, and we're right now looking for the Hive Angler. It will be a yellow creature somewhere, I don't know, I mean not yellow, white. So let's see if we can find him. Also, the hives are like magnets, so as soon as you get a hive to blow up, it will attract all of the XP that's left on the floor to you directly. So really, really nice. You don't have to worry about XP or anything like that either. We are happy to grab him and level up once. So that's putting us over there, and we can reroll just once just to get an upgrade over here. I don't think that's the upgrade I was looking for though. So we reroll one more time. That's not it. We'll go for the Uber launcher. That's fine. that's going to give us the synergy for that. And do we have this level 2? Yes. Do we have this level 2? Yep. So we are good where we are. Alright, so perfect. There we go. Here's our half angler. Let's kill him. Perfect. Give me what I want. We're really not getting what I want. So we'll just go for the crit chance. That's fantastic. And then let's keep going up to the next half. Alright, moving over to the right hand side. Let's keep going. Did we kill the one that's over here? Okay, so it looks like we killed the half here. We're in like some massive area. They could like in future have a huge boss fight over there. That would be pretty cool. Like some unknown boss fights just in the middle of the arena out of nowhere. That would be pretty cool. So if you guys have seen this game and you've played it before or anything like that, let me know what your favorite composition is or your favorite traits and things like that. I do know there is a viewer or two that may have played the game already because, well, they kind of actually told me about it. So what's your favorite composition? Let us know down in the comment section. Alright, there we go. We got another soldier upgrade. Fantastic. And again, waiting for the money, so we're not going to be going there. So we'll take that upgrade. We can get that guy and the heavy SMG. And again, waiting for more gold. But wow, we're actually getting some really good things over there. More interest rate. 2 things were dropped, boss things, and we've actually got ourselves over here a red line. What this red line means is that we can no longer go down anymore. We now need to go up instead, or we could go to the left and all the way to the left, but since we came from the left, we're going to move up. That red line is like the mapper boundary, and as you can see, we are getting swarmed by enemies. Now, this would be really cool if this happened while you were moving, but it doesn't happen while moving. It only happens when you stand still. So, you know, it challenges you to stand still, but it gives you a lot of relief in the game when you decide that no, you want to keep moving around. So they kind of have to find a balance between the two, where you're still swarmed while moving, but you also not so swarmed while you're standing still, if that makes sense, because there it gets crazy, but when you keep moving, it's very, very easy. So when you first start playing the game, the best thing I could say is keep moving, and if you keep moving, you're going to be in a very, very good spot, whereas if you stand still, you're going to be in a really, really tough place. So I'm actually going to level this guy up, because we did receive another rifle that we haven't, not that we haven't used, but that we don't have. So that's going to increase our synergy even more over there. So we're in a really, really good spot in terms of synergies, and we're in a really good spot just in terms of our damage as well right now. Although our damage could be a lot stronger, but we haven't started our re-rolling just yet. So once we get to the re-rolling, we'll be in an even better spot. I want to see if we are able to go to the side here, but unfortunately I don't see any veins that are leading in that direction, so that's not going to help us too much in terms of upgrades. If we did want to just level up, I would just stand still, but we do look for some upgrades. You get an upgrade called Bullet for Bullet. It's a grid upgrade, and that's going to give us less clips, so we lose reload speed and things like that. But I mean, not reload speed, we lose reloads. It's very complicated. It just works very, very well. So you know, we got to keep going there. So this guy over here, unfortunately for him, we are going to sell him. So we're going to remove the weapon and sell him. We're going to replace him with this guy, and that guy is going to then get the gun over there. So that gives us more harvesting, and we also don't have to worry too much about that. These guys are very good as well, so I'll keep him for now. And I didn't realize that we actually hit the 200 gold cap already as well. So here's the bullets for bullets. It gives us 999 clip size, so we always shoot only one bullet, but we shoot 2 bullets per round shot, and we get 50% gun reload reduction. So now our guns are always reloading and firing at the same time, and we are going to be in a much stronger position than what we were just in terms of gunfire and power. So next level up, we're definitely going to work on our upgrades for our weapons as well as our mechs, try and get all of them to tier 3. Just like in your auto battlers, you take 2 1-stars and it makes a 2-star, and then you get 2 stars makes a 3 tier, or you know, tiers not stars. So well, in this case it is actually stars. So it's 2 1-stars make a 2-star, and then 2 2-stars will make the 3-star. I do know that's less you know, farming than it would be in League or in Dota. I know in Dota you needed 3 of the 2-stars to make a 3-star. Maybe that's something to bring like a nerf, but an update in the future for this as well. It is a possibility to run that way. It's not too bad to do it either. So we've actually got upgrades to both of these weapons. So they're going to become tier 3s. So that's going to take them out of the game's pool as well. So we're not going to see them any longer. We've got another rifle over here. Get another one of these. I'm sure I have that already though. Okay, I don't. So there we go, 2 Techron rifles. That's really, really good. So we can actually, man, what do I do here? Okay, we'll keep the Techron rifles. And here's the flak jackets. Unfortunately, I think it's a little bit too late now for them. We got to kind of look at going for other things now. So we can actually get a life drinker, but I am looking for them. Their synergy, so that's going to work a lot better. And we've got synthetic soldiers as well, so that's going to help us over here. I don't think we have a... oh, we do have a synthetic soldier already, so that's not going to work. Don't need more interest. Do we have a hungerer? I do, but we're not using his synergy. Ooh. Okay, we'll sell that. We'll wait for level 2 of the other synergy first. Alright, we've used way too much. We are going to go to 8 just so that we can put our dear gentleman over here in. Put him in and add one of these guns. The Techron level 2 is going to work very well. And I used way too much money there. I didn't want to spend that much time or money. And unfortunately, that is just what it is. I don't need the grid upgrades. It is a possibility. It's just going to make me have too many things to upgrade and go from there. So we're just going to go straight into it from here and go for the damage for the guns and lose synthetic damage, which doesn't really matter because we're not using synthetic damage guns. I really like the synthetic weapons, but currently it keeps bugging out for me. When we get to about 5 minutes, you get a boss fight called Mother, and it does seem to bug out that boss fight whenever you land up using synthetic weapons. I don't know if it's the mech type synergy or if it's the weapon synergy I have or what might be the problem, but there is a synergy or there's something happening in the code where a certain condition is met, it bugs out the Mother boss fight. So we are staying away from that. I don't really feel like doing it, but I really do like the synergy of the synthetics. I do like the guns themselves and the looks of them. So if we do land up, if there is a patch soon in terms of fixing them, then we're definitely going to look at playing them in the future because they were really, really fun to play with. Alright, we're going to go for that. So that's going to give us another bullet to bullet. Again, it's just giving us more gunfire, more shots fired. And as you can see, we just mow down enemies now. There is nothing greater than to see a huge amount of gunfire coming out at alien scum. So really, really cool game. I love the fact that it's not PvP, so you don't have to worry about what your enemies are doing, you know, what if they're contesting the same units as you. So they really take the enjoyment of having some control over your money, being an auto battler, you know, trying to get better units and engaging in that way. So they take like the best thing from both worlds. You know, you get your roguelike, so there's replayability. It's not like a single story game where you play it once and it's kind of over, or unless you really enjoyed it and you like to go over it a couple billion times. But you know, they've got some really, really good aspects from all the different games, and they come together really, really well, and I really, really like that about it. So let's go upgrade that. We've also got Zero Master over here who can become level 2. That's fantastic. And again, we just go and leave that over there. So it looks like we're still missing 2 of the mechs, so we need a damage clerk as well as the cash curator. So the 2 of them are not working too well, and that's very weird because I'm pretty sure I didn't click on that, but it used it automatically. So that's probably a bug as well that they really need. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but it is a bug that needs to be sorted out because it's a bug nonetheless. But something like that's low priority. It's not like I needed the healing. And we need to go back to that area because this symbol on the map means that I forgot to pick up the boss drop. So as you can see, they dropped the boss upgrades. And I forgot to pick that up. So we need to go and get that. Now, the shotgun specialization works fantastic with this. As you can see, it gives you 270 degrees bullet spread. So what that does is it literally makes us a sprinkler now. It is the best upgrade in the game. I love it. It works so well with the bullets to bullets. And we actually landed up getting ourselves the... oh man, what am I trying to say here? We got ourselves the upgrade to our... I don't remember what I was trying to say. We got something that I needed. I don't know. I have no idea what I was trying to say. Oh man, I'm so good at this. Okay, we're going to spend some of our coins again to get ourselves to the next level. So we can put our assassin in here, or synthetic assassin, and we can put our next bullet printing synergy over there. So we only need 1 more. That's the atomic rifle right there. And we'll need 1 more spot to get that done. So we now need to move over. We do have the movement speed. I think that's what I was trying to say. We've got the movement speed buff over there. That's going to allow us to run back over here and get this upgrade, which is what we were missing. There we go. We grabbed it now. And we've actually got some grid overkill. So bullets ricochet with excess damage from kill shots. So as long as the shot kills enemies, the bullets will ricochet. So that's really, really strong, as you can see. And it just puts us in a fantastic spot. I'm just waiting for the 200. So we're going to wait for 1 more round. And then we're going to put all of our points again into leveling up our grid. And that's also going to give us a higher chance of getting stronger guns and units. And then we can put in the next bullet printing weapon, and that's going to allow us to then shoot an additional 3 bullets instead of 2. So that's a huge amount of damage bonus for us over there. So that's fantastic. We're back to the spot we were in. Let's go look for the next half. Now, the only thing that I have is, well, I mean, there is more planets that are going to be coming out in the future. There is going to be a leaderboard for certain things, and all of those things, they are locked currently because this is the prologue. So there is only a certain type of synergies. There is only a certain amount of weapons. I am sure that once it becomes an early access, there will be more of these things added to the game, as well as other planets with more monsters, different textures and different designs and things like that. So very, very exciting to see what else they put into the game coming out into the early access as well as full release, and just to see what it is that they make out of the game is going to be super exciting. Now we've actually got the team buff over here. Oh my gosh, a portal to Neptune. That that sounds extremely scary. We've got ourselves Gunsmoke over here. I don't believe we... Oh no, we do have a Gunsmoke. So we are looking for what now? Do we have a synthetic soldier anywhere? A hunter, synthetic soldiers over there. So we are looking to upgrade Gunsmoke over there. That's fantastic. We do need synthetic hunter. I don't believe we... Oh no, we do. What am I missing? There we go. We can put in the Dillinger, and that will allow us to put in the automatic rifle. So let's go down to 50. Perfect. So we add Dillinger there, and then we add the atomic rifle. That's perfect. There's our full synergy on the bullet printing, and we don't need to spend more money, although they did give us more money. That's fine. Synthetic soldier goes to tier 3 now. That's perfect, which means he's now out of the running. We no longer have to worry about seeing him in the shop anymore. So as soon as, just like Dota or League of Legends, as soon as you get the character to okay, we're gonna go for bullets to bullets. As soon as you get the character to the max tier, you no longer have to worry about finding them in the shop. So this is the boss spawn that I was talking about. Mother, we've already fought it a couple of times already just from the halves, and now every time we do fight a half, we'll be fighting Mother. It's just how the game goes for some reason. Again, once we get to the early access and have different worlds and things like that spawning, we will be able to see new bosses as well, hopefully. And let's just keep going. There's only a couple more minutes left. Again, while we're choosing to do our synergies and re-rolling and things like that, they do take a bit of time, but it's all part of the game. So a normal run is longer than 20 minutes unless you decide to be like a minimalist and try and stay at the lowest level possible, as well as, you know, using the least amount of units as possible. So the most challenging thing is to finish the run at the lowest level possible. While if you do just enjoy seeing crazy builds, then you want to get to the highest level possible and get all of these halves killed like I am doing here. So as you can see, it is just so cool to when you can see all this going on the screen. I personally love it. It is really, really awesome. And we can go now, just re-roll a bit. Again, we've already got everything we need. We don't actually need to go any further. We'll pick up all of these if we'd like. Let's see what we can get here. Nothing too much, just like interest rate increases. But other than that, there is absolutely nothing else we can do for the next 3.5 minutes. So we're just gonna chill, enjoy the light show. We'll go look for other upgrades. We could even, I believe these over here, where's my mouse? Over here, these are for gunfire rates. So let's use one and see how silly that becomes. Oh my goodness. That's just pretty insane. So that is actually not even with the buff up. The buff is already over. We just have so much cooldown and spread and everything on the weapons. It's just madness. So now obviously when you are playing the game, you do want to open up all of these halves and things in the beginning, because they do obviously make things a lot easier for us in terms of upgrading your meta progression. If you don't have that all upgraded, you do want to make sure you go out for all these halves. Otherwise you don't really need them. As you can see, we don't need anything over here, so we're just going to roll past that. Those were all pretty bad for us. But when you are playing and you don't have, or you're struggling to beat the game, make sure you do try and go out and get all of those halves. The reason I say that is every time you fail or every time you do complete it, you earn more of the meta currency if you open up more halves. So the more halves you open up, the more meta currency you get at the end of one of the rounds. So you'll see that in 2 minutes. I'll show you just how it works. But for the last 2 minutes, I think we're going to stand still. One of the things, like I mentioned, or I hope I mentioned, I actually can't remember if I did or didn't, is that they need to buff the spawn rates while you're moving, because as you can see, we are seeing absolutely nothing right now. For the last 20 seconds, we've seen like 10 enemies, and it's not even because I'm killing them all, it's just that they don't spawn. So while you're moving, it is a lot safer, especially if you're struggling to kill things. Move around a lot, you'll be a lot safer, and go from there. But it does look like we've already been to this place. So we're going to chill here for the next minute, just utterly destroying things, and we can go from there. Alright, I mean, not even all the guns are firing. A lot of the time, they're not even getting the chance to fire. The blaster rifle, I don't see this dude shooting at all. He's just chilling there, you know, not shooting his gun. The crossfire rifle doesn't look like it's getting a lot of time to shoot. You can't see the mech moving. Oh, there we go, he just shot over there. So, I mean, as you can see, it's really cool when you get this, all of this surroundings, you know, giving you all of this. I think there is also a battle upgrade or grid upgrade that gives you more damage based on how much Tsar you have. The only issue with that upgrade is that the Tsar itself is limited. So you can't have, you know, more, or I don't know how to explain it. The cap is 200. And you only get 3% of that cap as bonus damage. Obviously, you can get more than one of those grid upgrades, so you could make it like 10% damage if you get 3 of them, depending on how the rounding off works. But getting yourself 10% damage might be worth it, because in this case 10% of 100 or 200 would be 20 damage. That's actually a huge amount of bonus damage. As you can see as well with the synergy, that would then give you a 30 increased damage. Even if you wanted, you could go up to 15 with 6 of the synthetics, and that's going to be a huge amount of base damage increase. That's going to be dealing a whack ton more damage, because you also get the extra gun damage from your bonus. But that was the run, guys. As you can see, the Ness, we killed 15 or destroyed 15. That gives us 300 hex, which is the meta progression currency. And yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.